Sometimes you try a new technique and it just doesn't turn out how you want, but you learn and you move on. And that is what we're discovering today in Katie's Scraps. We tried stencil and gesso and it was too much. So these are the papers I chose for this project. My husband is a huge prop head, so we're gonna do some plain photos and some photos from when we were on vacation and just lounging around the house, just for me to put in my office. Of course, he's a cat dad, so I had to get the cat stickers in there, and I found some super cute embellishments. Out the gate, we're off to an awesome start. I cut through my paper funky and had to just kind of glue it back on there, fix it. Couldn't decide if I wanted the zigzag or the straight line, but I knew I wanted the rough edge, and this is where I should have stopped. But my aunt was across the table working with gesso and stencils on her own project, and I just could not resist. I'm trying with the distressed oxides here and then with the gesso. It was kind of pasty and dry in the jar, so I added some water, and as you'll see later, I definitely added too much water, and it ended up having a very messy effect on an already fairly busy pattern for my paper. Got a lot of little prints going on. So maybe it would have been okay if I just stopped with the stenciling, but you know, I can't resist a new technique. And the end effect is that it looks kind of messy and there's just way too much going on the paper. So this is the right side of my aunt's. It's just beautiful and subtle, adds a little sparkle and dimension, and mine looks damp. It's the only way to describe it. But I wanted to put this video up anyways because that's what's really important to me in building this channel and this community, is that we know as creators that not everything has to be perfect. I've seen people make something and then throw it away because they're not happy with how it turned out, but that's the beautiful part of creating, is that you learn every time. Your skill grows every time. Next time I do this, I will be more careful about how wet I make my gesso. I might be more mindful of how much stuff I'm putting on the page. That doesn't mean that I failed. That means that I learned a bunch of things. I love that. So go ahead and add in the comments if there's, you know, a time that you tried something and it didn't work out and you saved it, or maybe you had to start over, but you started over with more skills, better skills, because that is what we are all about here at Katie Makes, is doing things just a little bit better next time, but still having fun even if our project doesn't turn out totally perfect. And if it doesn't turn out perfect, that's okay, because sequence makes everything better. Subscribe, because I've moved out into my first skill, which is sewing. I started sewing when I was 5, and I have some alteration videos and kind of how-tos that may help you in your crafting realm as well. So this is the finished page. I had to blur everything because my husband is allergic to social media, but I absolutely love the cat dad corner, even if it turned out a little much. Still cute, still love it. So, hope to hear from you soon on what you do when you make a mistake on your crafting, and we'll see you next time. Bye.